Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan, and thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, Invalidity3 Tarot Pictures Review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Interesting. Okay. Right away, Sagittarius, what you are seeking is alignment, but is alignment seeking you? Interesting. Starting off with a riddle. You do show me that you have a lot going on for yourself, and it's almost like you're a little bit in between here. For some reason, you kind of show me this energy of you feel a little bit indifferent to what you got going on, a little bit indifferent just to possibly even those around you. Kind of like, okay, this is what it is. There's a little bit of a form of acceptance here, but a very watchful eye. Kind of feel like you have like passing thoughts, but it doesn't go much further than that. It's like, interesting thought or interesting idea, or maybe kind of like a question of yourself, and it's like, but not much. Not much. Yeah, not much. Interesting though. Something does catch your eye. Something definitely catches your eye. At the same time, I almost kind of feel like whatever this is, it's almost like you're kind of just like hanging out, waiting around, kind of like waiting to see what you see. And then once you kind of see something, it's like, okay. And then your energy kind of switches gears here. You're ultimately kind of saying that as things are beginning to pick up momentum, it goes from a mindset perspective of watchful to, okay, now there's some work to do. Now there's something to kind of confront. Now there's something to deal with. Now there's something to kind of, let's just say, figure out and take care of, or possibly to confront. Yeah. Yeah. It's a matter of, it's a matter of clearing things out, and that's exactly what it's about, especially if you're seeking alignment. It's kind of like saying, what is out of alignment then? What needs to be taken care of? What needs to be cleared out? What needs to be kind of like, you're showing me that there is something here that is just too problematic. It's an energy of you're kind of needing to take care of what you need to take care of. If problems do arise, you're wanting to take care of that, because ultimately you're saying, it doesn't feel good emotionally at all. It's like, okay, well, this is a problem, it needs to be taken care of, and let's just take care of it. It's an energy of just a matter of fact, like this is a responsibility. You got a lot going on for yourself. It pops up, you take care of it, and you move forward. And there's a lot of energy here about like, okay, fulfillment I get. So it goes from an energy of indifference to fulfillment by being able to take care of, whether it's small tasks, whether it's big tasks, whatever it is. Interesting. And then it kind of switches again. It almost seems and feels, Sagittarius, as if like this happiness and fulfillment from taking care of small tasks or problems, even though you're showing me emotionally, it seems like it's, it's a good deal in a sense. I still feel like there's so much more left kind of like being unaddressed about this. I feel like they're like, because you start off this energy being a little bit indifferent, once again, it's this energy of you're searching kind of like for the light. You're searching for something to kind of like grasp or hold on to that is worth kind of holding or keeping with you. And it seems like those moments that when you reach that, when you grasp that, it kind of like just slips out of your fingers. because you're showing me that your mind steps in and creates like this, well, now what? And it's kind of like, well, there's that, in a sense, that high moment that you reached. Now what? Now it's kind of like, well, but at the same time, you know where you were just coming from, energetically speaking. And so now you're having this realization of like, is this really truly it for me? And so there's this interesting balance of indifference with ultimate happiness as like through you're going through this process. You're kind of saying, I may need to take a little bit of time for myself to kind of like really think this through and kind of just be with myself. Yeah. And that's what I was kind of wondering. It's the search. You're searching. And that's exactly what I was talking about. You're seeking alignment, but is alignment seeking you? Well, there you are on top of the deck. So, interesting message today for you, Sagittarius. You're showing me that overall with this seeking and the searching, there is a little bit of fantasizing and letting your imagination run wild. I kind of feel like for you, in a sense, like I said, from indifference to happiness, you're seeking something more. You're seeking something more that is almost like indescribable or ungraspable or kind of like slightly out of reach. It's like if you're aiming for the stars, it's like, do you ever truly reach the stars? Or is there a question of like constantly reaching? And it's almost like you get a little bit closer, but you're not fully there yet. But it's just enough to kind of keep you going, in a sense, as a driving force. You're showing me that there's something here you may have discovered or come across. At the same time, you're just kind of like, you're not fully feeling it, but it's worth pursuing. Once again, it's a slightly bit of that energy of like, it's something, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, okay. Yeah, you're saying it's fulfilling it for the time being, but not in the emotional sense. You're saying it's good for security, it's good for, abundance. At the same time, it's kind of like the pursuit. It's like the pursuit of happiness, literally, like the typical movie. Is a pursuit. You have to kind of follow through and you have to kind of keep up with it. And I'm not gonna say it's a chase or anything like that, but it's a pursuit. It's an endeavor. You're pursuing something different than chasing. It's kind of like, I know what I'm going after. I'm staying driven. I'm staying focused on this goal. I'm going after it. I know what I'm doing. I know how I'm doing it as well. And I feel like you're having this realization of like something works financially for you, but emotionally it's still unfulfilling. And what's interesting about this is it is leading up to some sort of contact or communication with someone. Yeah. Yeah, there's communication. There's communication here between you and someone. I don't exactly know who, but it's someone. Ultimately, whatever this communication is, what I like about this is it's almost like it's very uplifting. It's almost like you just needed someone like to lend an ear, or kind of like just someone to kind of like listen in as to what you're going through, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're up to. But even though there is this energy of kind of like you're kind of showing me you feel like you're stuck in a little bit of a bind, and it could possibly be at work or what you do for work. That is work. Not too sure what else to kind of tell you, because again, there is this energy of just pursuing happiness, but ultimately at the same time, it's an energy of having happiness and carrying it with you. And definitely that's something you're going to have to find within, but that is up to you to do that work. Of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with an earth sign, an air sign, a fire sign, or maybe even, well, let's see, maybe even a water sign. Goodbye.